Okay, so it's 2 days later, and as I suspected, I did not have enough time to record the rest of the reaction video at my sister's house in Melbourne. I'm back at my house in Adelaide, and I'm currently in my younger sister's room, but the good news is that I still have Louie and Nellie with me, and they might be making more appearances in this video. Also, if I sound a little bit weird from this point in the video on, I have a little bit of an illness, and I'm pretty sure it's not the you-know-what virus because I've still been able to taste stuff like that delicious caramel ice cream I had on the way back. But nevertheless, the show must go on, and well, luckily I was watching this video on QuickTime because I downloaded the video for the censored edit, and I decided to watch that version of the video because I didn't want to use my sister's Wi-Fi in Melbourne, but nevertheless, it's at the exact point where we left off, and so we were talking about the have a cookie ad, and so let's get back on with it. Yeah, the pups are trying to get out. Poor things. Don't they know they've got me? I think we can cut that bit out. So 3, 2, 1, play.
A monster giving kids sweets to munch on. The execution, though pretty terrifying.
Have a cookie, a munchy monster cookie.
The looks on these kids says it all. They're just playing around and then suddenly they're like, is this how I die? This boy thought he was doing a My Buddy commercial, and then he's like, do I scream, run, or play dead?
Yeah, and yeah, that's pretty terrifying actually, but yeah, just wait until the end though, it's gonna get real serious. So yeah, whatever.
I'm pretty sure they cut before this girl started gagging on hers. Every one of them looks like a last known image on an FBI's missing list. I feel like this was an Operation Cookie Monster was setting up.
And they come in 6 great flavors.
First one free, then you pay. To make things funnier, he out of nowhere starts singing, and the temp music in the commercial doesn't accompany him.
With milk or lunch or as a snack, there's Monster Money on every pack. 6 great flavors can't be beat. They're the only monsters people eat.
Is it me or is that monster's voice just an impression of Boris Karloff? Which, for those of you who don't know, he played the Frankenstein monster in the classic Frankenstein movie, and he was also the voice of the Grinch in the Chuck Jones Grinch special. I'm pretty sure that's who this monster's voice is meant to be an impression of, because it kind of sounds like Doug's impression of him from his review of the Jim Carrey Grinch. Sort of like soft-spoken but still kind of creepy sounding like, yes, every who down in Whoville. Like, yeah, I can't do a Boris Karloff voice, but you get the idea, right? Oh, little Louie boy. March! March! Oh, Nelly! Oh, let's hope they don't press the hit record button. The space bar, to be more specific. Oh god, this is just like the... Anyway, oh my god, wow. Louie's body is so warm, which is bad in the summery weather, because Australia, Southern Hemisphere, it's summer here right now in December. This is some weird topsy-turvy land. We've got giant bunny creatures that carry their young in their tummy after they're born.
Yeah, I just wanted to sing there. My improv teacher says I'm the exception to yes and. I'm sorry, I love this ad. It's the surrealism that makes it so great. Because if you think it's weird with kids, imagine this shit happening randomly with adults.
Alright, you psychopath, we've given in to all of your demands, now where is the bomb?
You want the bomb, pig? Solve this riddle in 5 seconds or it goes off. What's red on the inside?
But a cookie.
Oh, God, man!
Oh god, that would be so annoying if I was doing any kind of job and then someone's like, have a cookie. Like, nah, that's not gonna go down well. Let's be real. Or a banana for that matter. Have a banana. Yeah.
Get that out of my face! What are you doing? Freeze! You may have blown up 3 other buildings already, but you are not gonna get away with this. Oh, God, man, what the fuck? Get out of here!
Oh, that took a dark turn, but what'd you expect? Yeah, I can see why my mum decided to give up her dream of becoming a cop.
Jill, I have some bad news about Mommy.
What is it, Daddy?
Well, you know how we said her job was very dangerous?
What do you mean was?
Well, in her last assignment, she...
Have a cookie.
What the hell? You son of a bitch! I'm trying to give the worst news I've ever given in my entire life!
Have a cookie.
Get that out of my face, goddammit! What the hell's the matter with you?
I said have a cookie.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I'd do anything. Well, I would have a cookie at least if I was being held at gunpoint to do so.
a cookie.
Daddy, what's wrong with Mommy?
Don't worry about that right now. Just do whatever the monster says.
She seems sad. You know what'll help? A cookie.
Yeah, sure. Cookies solve everything. Shut up!
Man, I went darker faster than usual on this one.
Yeah, I know. Seems like only yesterday that Doug Walker made a almost borderline distasteful joke about the death of Mufasa in The Lion King. It was like, ooh, there's a bent whisker, no open casket for him. God. Yeah, and even he thought that was too dark for him, but I think this one takes the cake. Man, these little pups are really restless. I don't know what to do about it though, because... Yeah, he's come to see me, and he's in his little... Got this little bed on the bed here. So, it's about time we moved on now.
Insane? Yes. Hilarious? Also yes.
Monster cookies, they're everywhere.
Shut up!
It's Neil, gotta go turtle. Gotta go. He poops. Gotta go.
Here's your obligatory poop one.
Ugh, that atrocious pun in the name though. Gotta go turtle. Ugh, I don't even have to explain that one. It speaks for itself. What was it pooing there? Like fudge or something? Now, why does it look like a bloody sauropod hatchling?
Quick, the toilet.
Seriously, why do girls love things that shit? For celebrating how dainty, cutesy, and elegant you are, you sure do love stinky-ass turds a lot. You're supposed to-
Yeah, okay, I think I have an explanation for this one. Yeah, because last year he talked about the baby-born magic potty surprise, and, you know, that she poops charms. That nonsense. I think the reason for these toys are sort of preparing girls for motherhood, and they have to deal with, like, you know, babies pooing and stuff, but from what I've heard, most girls actually don't like these kinds of toys. I've seen people replying in the comments to Doug's review and also to my censored edit and to the other reactions to this video. They're saying, oh, you know, girls don't actually like these toys. They think it's stupid. Just like boys think it's stupid. And also one person who commented on my edit of the review said that, you know, the only, like, baby toys they said that the girls her age actually liked as a kid were the ones that were more realistic and just, like, normal, you know, like a baby born. And not the magic potty surprise, but like the normal baby borns. They actually look like normal babies. Although they do wee, but at least they don't poo, so there's that. And yeah, my sis, yeah, I only know that because my sister had baby borns when she was younger. Now she's got her own little babies here, and the dogs, the Iggies. And yeah, she takes care of them well. But I said this about the Talking Malibu Stacy doll in that Simpsons episode, and I'll say it here. If you don't like the toy, just don't freaking buy it. And don't ask your parents. Just tell your parents that you don't like the damn toy. God. I also love Doug's quip about how, oh, you're supposed to mature faster than us, and what I find funny is that that it's the more dainty, elegant sex, or gender, whatever you call it, that ends up having a larger posterior than than us guys, and because yeah, that's real mature, right? They end up having bigger bums than us, but it's evolution for you. All the more reason to oppose creationism, am I right? It just, yeah, just biology just does whatever the hell it wants. And for the record, yes, I am aware there are reasons why females have larger bums. It's to, it's sort of, fat reserves when the baby is developing in the womb, just like emergency fat reserves, that sort of thing. Yes, I'm aware of that. I'm just trying to make funny little witty quips here. Sucks I have to explain it, but here we are. And no, I'm not going to quote Patience, because only 3 of you are going to get it. Definitely hit the button on my recording as opposed to the video, but good thing I saved it, huh? Okay, now let's move on. And little Louie boy can watch it with us.
Mature faster than us!
Uh-oh. Quick, the toilet!
Even the kid in the commercial looks like,
I have no idea why this is a thing.
Yep, just like in the Magic Potty Surprise one. Man. At least it makes sense in the context of this ad though, because she's like, oh shit, it's gotta go shit. I think that's what they were going for, but nah, it looks genuine. I'm watching you, pup. Little Nelly here's just lying there though.
speaking of which, did you catch the name of this literal stinker?
Gotta go turtle! Out now!
Because of course it's called that! What, was Shih Tzu and Peacock already banned?
Oh, gotta go!
Bad enough this thing drops a deuce, but does it have to look like Frankenberry's tumor? It's gross, it's weird, and not in a good way. I hate it.
Speaking of Boris Karloff, is there going to be an ad for the Grinch game on Game Boy Color next? They had the PlayStation game, but whatever, I'm not going to get into another one of my little ramblings. That was the reason I wasn't able to record all of this in Melbourne like I had planned, so let's move on.
This.
Let's do it again! Gotta go turtle! Out now!
Comes with number for therapists if your kid actually wants one.
Oh my god, I just realized it repeats what you say. And it also says, press it to try me. Classic. Oh, yeah, I see that with the toys in the store all the time. It's okay, pups. It's okay.
Big pieces, little pieces,
Hell yeah. Who didn't grow up with this jingle in their head?
Reese's pieces, head pieces, neck pieces, hair pieces,
Want some Cocoa Pebbles?
Reese's
Oh god. Yeah, that guy actually does look like an actor from like the Mikado or something. We are gentlemen of Japan. And it's okay, pups. It's okay. It's okay. Mummy will be back soon. Also, I had never heard of Reese's Pieces until I watched Doug's video for the first time back in November when it came out. And because again, I live in Australia, we have different snack foods here. Guess it's easier to import media from the US that we watch and listen to than it is to import, you know, comestibles that we put into our bodies. From what I've researched, Reese's Pieces they're kind of like M&Ms, but instead of chocolate, they have peanut butter on the inside. Sounds delicious, and I've actually had Reese's peanut butter cups that are like peanut butter encased in chocolate. Ugh, that's delicious. It's like having Nutella with peanut butter. Normally I get the Reese's peanut butter cups from Blackbees, the same place they got the Tootsie Roll that I got for that one video that one time. So I was curious after watching Doug's other commercial video. So I'm guessing I might be able to get Reese's Pieces from there as well, because they have imported goods there, like I said in the video. And I did. Feel free to check out that video on my channel. And also I'm at my sister's new place, and oh, look at her little doggos. They're just sleeping in their bed. They're so adorable. Anyway, it's time to move on again. God, I swear this is like the third video where I've mentioned Blackbees on this channel. Hey, Louie! The dog's allowed to have peanut butter, because if so... Actually, probably best not to give you Reese's Pieces anyway. Are you serious, pup? What was I meant to do with you again if you were acting up? Anyway, your mummy's going to be back with a pee pad just in case, just like she had at her old joint.
pieces, eye pieces, nose pieces.
This is one of those jingles everyone remembers and no one remembers, because it's so catchy, yet you never remember the variations of the word pieces.
It's just like the songs of those two guys. Those two British guys. It's like, tunes are so catchy, and I'll give you a hint, it's not John and Paul. But yeah, the tunes are so catchy, and yet you never remember the lyrics because they go by so fast. This particularly rapid, unintelligible patter isn't generally heard. Yeah, whatever.
So in your head, you'd always be humming big pieces, little pieces, Reese's Pieces, Reese's Pieces, Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces, Reese's Pieces, Reese's Pieces. Oh god, it's more of a tongue twister than the actual lyrics.
That's in your head forever! The only one people remember is Gold Pieces because it had that sound effect of an opera singer climaxing.
Gold pieces, silver pieces.
Yeah, speaking of opera. Oh shit, still recording, right? Oh yeah, it is, because the green light's on. Louis, you're kind of getting in the way here. I wanted you to be in the video, though. There's little Nelly girl. Anyway, oh, Louis. Wait, hang on.
Come on, let's come up with some more memorable ones so we can hum it better. Body pieces, Jesus pieces, pizza pieces, Reese's pieces, peaches pieces, pizza pieces, pizza pieces, Reese's pieces, lost pieces, missing pieces, bits and pieces, Reese's pieces. Alright, now get to the part where you say fucking shell. You know they didn't say it, but did they say it? They said it.
Actually, if you listen more closely, they're actually saying fun candy shell, but yeah, that's like in Doug's first movie when they say Funky Town, it sounds like something else, as Doug pointed out in his review of the film.
Imagine it's these actors singing it, and there's no debate. They definitely said it.
Yeah, let's not bring Nestle, however frick you say it, into this, alright? They're done. We're done with them.
I know it's super simple, but sometimes that's the best. I still love this commercial, and it's fucking shell to pieces.
Reese's peanut butter in a fun candy shell. You'll love them to pieces.
You know what the internet's not talking a lot about? He-Man. Well, these money supermarket ads are, as they joke that they save so much money, He-Man and Skeletor became more epic. In the most He-Man Skeletor way possible.
He-Man and Skeletor, your soul money supermarket.
Confirmed, He-Man and Skeletor, completely straight. Yeah, I bet you didn't know the bar you walked into was the Blue Oyster.
Yeah, I never watched He-Man, to be honest, because it was a bit before my time. I was born in 1996, so yeah, I'm a young'un. Yeah, all the kids are watching who stumbled upon this video are like, wow, he's so old, but he looks like such a kid. But probably asking me if I was around when slavery was a thing. But yeah, no, I wasn't. God, dogs are so warm. I wouldn't mind it so much if it was winter right now, but it's not.
These ads are really funny, right down to the fact that Skeletor is wearing sunglasses despite the fact that he has no eyes.
Yeah, tell that to Dr. Honeydew. Like, where the frick are his eyes? Come on.
Even Christopher Lloyd's getting into the action.
Skeletor saved at Money Supermarket. He feels epic.
Man, how much must have Skeletor hated the competitor supermarkets to be this enthusiastic?
Okay, I'd just like to point out here that Money Supermarket isn't actually a supermarket despite the name. All it is just a price comparison site thing. It's kind of like compare the market that we have in Australia, I guess. I'd love to see Doug Walker take on like those ads with the compare the meerkat. Because that's, yeah, it made me, yeah, put a smile on my face when I was a kid. But yeah, not a supermarket. Yeah, little Louis being a meerkat right now. Yeah, I should request him to do those for next year's commercial video. Well, she didn't do them once a year, but eh. guess that's what makes it special. Helps bring in the requests, because it happens so infrequently.
What do you mean you don't carry that item?
Well, sir, there aren't a lot of people that ask for skin.
And I suppose purple loincloths with blue spandex and tiny claws are out of the question too?
Are you sure you're not thinking of the Leather Treasure store on 69th Street?
Listen here, you bobble-headed bureaucratic boob! You will rue the day you didn't overstock your wares with rhyme-encrusted hammock staffs!
Hello?
That was Leather Treasure on...
69th Street.
Thank you!
Couldn't you just Google it? Ugh. Yeah, I guess Skeletor is kind of a boomer who prefers doing everything the old way, just like Rick Mitchell and a certain someone.
Ah.
These ads are great. They're funny, they're imaginative, and they had double the screen time He-Man had in Masters of the Universe Revelation.
Skeletor! You're so money supermarket.
If I had a nickel every time someone used that catchphrase.
Daddy, watch me feed my baby.
Oh, another baby doll one. Love to see where this goes.
Gone.
Screw that kid, Dad! Watch this milk disappear into a hole in the bottle!
All gone.
Daddy, you can fill it again.
She's got a bit of a toot, doesn't she?
Daddy, watch me feed my baby all gone. Daddy, you can fill it again.
Don't you girl-splain me! I bought this Cabbage Patch Village of the damn doll, I can take it back!
Well, it's nice to know he acknowledged that girl-splaining's a thing, or woman-splaining, or whatever. Honestly, I kind of feel bad for boys in today's society. Constantly getting picked on just because of an accident at birth. An accident at birth that has placed them below girls, but above actual minorities. Don't worry, I'll try to tone down on the Gilbert and Sullivan references, but I make no promises.
Gotta love the realism of how she eats her food.
My baby all gone. You make it all gone.
Jesus, did it make a vacuum sound every time it did that? Hook on the attachment, she can do the couch! And how'd you get those cherries out of her afterwards, like I need to ask?
Oh, cool.
Now, Panther.
Okay, well, I hate to be a bit of a spoil sport, acting like Penn Gillette and all that stuff, but the cherries actually go back into the spoon. Yeah, I'm sorry to spoil all your fun there, but hey, you're the one who clicked on the video. They are what they are, don't blame me. Don't worry, it's a quote from A Christmas Carol. It has nothing to do with those British guys, but that other British guy. They'd none of them be miss- Oh, dang it, it happened again.
Smells like cherries.
My baby all gone.
Apparently one of the big things about this toy was the cherries, which a lot of people swear was one of the best smelling things on Earth. How much do people love it? The cherries alone, not including the doll, go from $75 to $100.
Dang, that is a lot. That's like 130 in Australian dollars. Oh, God. I mean, if it was 100 krona, I don't care which krona, any krona, Norway, Sweden, Iceland, whatever, that would be a sweet deal, but nope, it's got to be 100 freaking dollars. Ooh, at least the shipping is free. So, have five! I mean, the video's not about Kazakhstan, so I'm allowed to make Borat jokes, right?
Jesus fuck! Even the dad sniffing them is like, oh shit man, I need more of that in my life! Maybe.
What's with this expression though? It's doing like a troll face, or like that weird Emma Watson grin. Kind of getting in the way that part. You know that, right? Ugh, I feel so bad because they came over to see me. But you didn't come to this video to see them. Come on, it's okay, Pop. Under. Yeah, that's the command my sister uses to get them to get under the blanket. In American English, that's under. I don't know why I do a woman voice whenever I do the American accent. Probably the same reason no one does a woman voice when they do a Scottish accent. Just some accents just have a certain masculinity or femininity to them, I guess. But don't worry, planning on including a Scottish woman character in my comic.
Maybe I can sell the kits to get more. Well, okay, here's the cherries. Let's see what's so special about them. I knew it.
Also, funny story, when I first saw this video, I wasn't really paying attention to the label, so I thought those were like rolls of toothpaste, like, you know, Colgate toothpaste. Because, yeah, that would explain why they smell so nice, right? But, yeah, dry erase markers, or texters as we call them in Australia, which is actually a brand name, making it an example of a, I don't know what you called it, with terms like Google or Band-Aid, which started off as trademarks, but became, yeah, genericized trademark, that's what it's called. Yeah, Texta is another example of that, T-E-X-T-A. Feels weird spelling it out like you've never heard of it, but you know, most of you are probably from America, so you probably have never heard of it, so it's good that I'm explaining this stuff, just like you guys have to explain Reese's Pieces to me. But it's weird though, because Texta doesn't just make markers, they also make crayons and pencils and stuff, but for whatever reason the term became primarily associated with markers. Thus the name stuck. And nobody calls them markers here, unless they're referring to it like a permanent marker, because I'm surprised we don't call them Artline, because they're the leading company in permanent markers, but we don't call them that for whatever reason. But every other kind of marker we refer to as a texter, even if they're not made by Texta. I guess you could say that's kind of like how the term Nintendo came to refer to video games in general for a while. I've also heard some people use the term PlayStation in that sense, even though James Rolfe's old friend Mike Matei said otherwise. I guess it must be a generational thing, or maybe it was just a thing here in Australia, because, I don't know, because they mentioned it on Summer Heights High, but whatever.
An odd commercial, but clearly got the job done and left a big impact. And probably killed a few brain cells from huffing too.
My baby all gone. This is Baby All Gone. Baby All Gone comes with everything you see here.
God damn, that VHS quality is bad. Like, I still have my old VCR in my room, like I said earlier, but like, none of the tapes are this bad looking, even even though they're shit compared to the DVDs and Blu-rays and online videos, of course, but they're still not this freaking bad. I think it's because people use what is called the LP setting, not to be confused with LP records, which I also own. And that just really warps the quality because it's trying to fit so much into a tiny amount. It's like it's akin to saving a file at a lower bit rate, you know, or like compressing a file. It's like, it's gonna come out crap, you know. Whereas most of, like, my VCR only has the SP setting, at least for recording. It still plays LPs at the right speed, but it can only record at SP, because like I said, I was born in the 90s. My older sister was also born in the 90s, so the VCRs that my parents had with us on the farm in the 2000s were obviously the later ones, because this is at the end of the VHS lifetime. Yeah, you get the idea, so moving on.
Oh, what kind of catchphrase is that? This ad had a better catchphrase.
Of course.
Hello and welcome to DraftKings. What would you like to order today?
Ugh, bloody DraftKings again. Yeah, like I said, I don't trust them. It's all just a big scam. Like, they say they're going to reward you with money, but they just want to take your money. Just like normal gambling. That's why I edit out their promotions in my edits of these videos, even if it does make the video a bit awkward.
Can't make up your mind? Well, okay, it's Thanksgiving week and DraftKings, the official fantasy partner of the NFL, has your shot to gobble up some winnings. New customers can play free for millions with their first deposit. Nothing goes better with your turkey, stuffing, and pie than feasting on big catch prizes from DraftKings. So you don't want to sleep on this offer with a large prize. Oh, also, playing daily fantasy football is simple. Just pick your lineup of NFL stars while staying under the salary cap and score enough points to bring home cash.
Yeah, nice try, but you're not going to win me over, bub. I mean, mainly because I don't follow sport anyway. Not even Australian sports. Not even greyhound racing. Do they have races for Iggies? Probably not.
Oh, and with a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes, you'll have another reason to be thankful this year. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. Best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want, with a large soda of your choice. Wait, that was another week. Where's the call to action?
Oh, hang on.
Here we go.
Yeah, sorry about that. My folks are just at Zambrero's getting dinner. Don't know if they have that in the US, but they do sort of Mexican-style cuisine. Not really authentic, but I'd love to try authentic Mexican food someday. Disclaimer, this video is not sponsored by Zambrero.
Critic to play free for millions this Thanksgiving weekend. That's right, enter the promo code.
Yeah, nice try, but we don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Australia. Why is it that every time I do one of these videos, I'm always talking about cultural differences? That seems to be a thing here. It's okay, Louie, they'll be home soon. They're just ordering us, well, me, some dinner. Don't know what Gemma has in stock for you.
Critic to get a free shot at millions in total prizes with your first deposit. Only at DraftKings, the official daily fantasy partner of the NFL. Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details. So, what do you say? You ready to order with DraftKings?
Who are you?
DraftKings the best, baby!
Huh, that was weird. Anyway, welcome to Chime! What would you like to order? Need help? Of course, I'm like so good at this. Your online checking account shouldn't cost you money. That's why Chime, see how I tied it all together there? An award-winning app and debit card has no overdraft fees, foreign transaction fees, monthly service fees, or transfer fees. They have like over 60,000 fee-free in...
Oh, it's under Visa as well. I didn't even know they had that in America. So I guess it must be an American invention then. The card company specifically. I'm not talking about visas for entering a country.
Network ATMs at locations like Walgreens, 7-Eleven, CVS, and more. That's like more than...
No! God, what an annoying voice.
The top 3 national banks combined. Right? You want to know more? I'll tell you more. You can also send money to anyone, even if they aren't on Chime. No fees for you or cash out fees for them. Oh, and totally get this. Chime is giving away $10 to the first 1,000 people to sign up for a Chime account using my exclusive promo code. You ready? This is so easy to do. Just go to chime.com/enroll, enter the promo code nostalgia, and activate your Chime debit card within 30 days of enrolling to get your $10. Now, go join the millions of people loving Chime. Offer ends February 28, 2002. Check out chime.com.
Whoa, he screwed up there. Offer ends 2002. Oh my god, like I have cousins that weren't even born yet. Oh god, 2002. That was the year I turned 6, I believe. First year I noticed what year it was, because my mum had these calendars on the inside of the pantry door. But yeah, I first found out about this era from the comments on Doug's video, and I thought it was a quote from one of the ads he was reviewing, because he reviews old nostalgic ads. I thought people would just say, oh, of course, they're fighting. Whoa! But yeah, I think Doug was just like reading it, because like it can be easy to misread 2022 as 2002. Well, luckily I fixed that in the censored edit, where I just dubbed it over my own voice, doing a high-pitched woman voice. Offer ends February 28th, 2022. Like that. But, God, I couldn't even get it that high because, I don't know, I think Doug just has a naturally high-pitched voice for a man, and he can do those kinds of voices. Like, when he sings, you can just tell he's a tenor, for example, whereas I'm a baritone. Could just be because I don't have any formal training, but neither does, like, surely Doug doesn't have any formal training as a singer either, right?
/enroll to learn more. Oh goody, here's all that stuff I get to say fast. Banking services provided by and debit card issued by the Bancorp Bank or Stripe Bank, N.A. members FDIC. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees apply except at MoneyPass ATM in a 7-Eleven location and at any Allpoint or Visa Plus Alliance ATM. Other fees such as third-party and cash deposit fees may apply. So, okay, you ready to order with Chime?
Hey, who are you?
I'm out of here, that's what I am! Charge the river, baby!
Why is this a thing?
Yeah, why is DraftKings a thing?
We went on a Disney cruise with Mickey and Goofy.
I guess there's a rumor this Disney Cruise Line commercial was banned shortly after running. While I can't find any confirmation for that, it honestly wouldn't surprise me.
I never got to go on a Disney cruise when I was younger. Mainly because we've never been on holiday to America. Like, I still to this day, I've never been to anywhere in the west of the United Kingdom where I was born. And I only knew about the Disney Wonder ship from that Hidden Mickey program they used to show on the Disney Channel when I was a kid. Back when the Disney Channel was a thing here in Australia. And back when it was actually good. And yeah, normally, the standard Hidden Mickey program was basically pointing out the hidden Mickeys in various Disney movies, like Bambi or The Lion King or what have you, but yeah, they also had a special one for hidden Mickeys around the world, but of course by around the world they normally just meant the Disney theme parks and the Disney Wonder cruise line, and that's how I found out about that cruise ship. It's like, I didn't even know about what cruise ships were when I was younger. See, it was only through bloody like Nim's Island and Sweet Life on Deck that I sort of got an idea of what they were. Which, by the way, Sweet Life on Deck was a spin-off of the show Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, so once again, there's your answer, Doug Walker, for what the frick it has to do with a sweet life, because the original show was set in a hotel. Now they're on a cruise ship in the spin-off. Well, I shouldn't really say now, because it's a pretty freaking old show. Older than the original show was at the time the spin-off came out. But, God, time flies really fast. I really need to get my stories out and do something with my life before it goes by without me.
It starts off innocent enough, with a kid talking with her mom about how much fun she had on the trip.
My own club and my mom had a mud bath with Daddy.
I think my folks are home now. Just when I was getting to the good bit. Yeah, basically the kid's blabbing on about stuff that he probably shouldn't be.
A great spa.
But then it ends with this topper.
That's my baby brother. His name is Joe, but Mom calls him a little souvenir.
Damn, Disney! I thought the Dick of the Little Mermaid poster was all you tried to slip by.
Dang. Ugh, man. Yeah, I'm so glad that I got a fun sex education at such a young age. I was probably older than this little tacker, but I think I may have been about 7 or 8 when I read about where babies come from. And that Human Body CD-ROM game and the tie-in book. Yeah, there actually exists a children's book that uses the phrase, "the penis enters the vagina." I am not joking. God, I hope Arash doesn't see this video. His parents will be so mad at me, even though, well, yeah, let's heaven forbid I'm not the one who puts the video on for him.
Yes, this ad is corny, but I gotta give him credit for having the cojones to go through with this laugh. So much so that here's my top 10 jokes I'm gonna follow it up with.
Mom calls him a little souvenir.
Goofy was watching. He liked it doggy style.
Mom calls him a little souvenir.
Their condoms were shaped like Mickey hats.
Mom calls him a little souvenir.
No, really, they sell children.
Oh my god, I love when Doug goes dark. But sometimes I don't know whether to laugh or not, because it's like, surely some of it must be in bad taste, right?
Mom calls him a little souvenir.
It was in the Pinocchio wing, so that did help a little bit.
Mom calls him a little souvenir.
Candy is dandy, but the mini margarita is quicker.
Mom calls him a little souvenir.
And if they can't afford that souvenir, I might get a new mom and daddy.
Mom calls him a little souvenir.
Well, sometimes I wish the same thing. It's a quote from the Cat in the Hat. Rest in peace, Kelly Preston.
I was wondering why Mommy kept thinking her little Steamboat Willie.
Mom calls him a little souvenir.
Daddy keeps asking, why does he look like Prince Eric from the meet and greet?
Mom calls him a little souvenir.
Mommy said her prayers a lot that night. She kept shouting, "Oh God! Oh God!"
And the #1 joke I can follow this up with is... Not even my line to say, it's the announcers.
Disney Cruise Line, come.
Play me off, Paul!
Oh my god, Doug has such a dirty mind, but given the context of this ad, it had to be intentional, surely. Like, they hire actual geniuses to be in the marketing department, so... Except in Muppets Take Manhattan, Kermit just said it like it was.
Yes, it's a little dirty, but hey, Disney's always been a little bit.
Come, discover uncharted magic.
He said, come. They come at night.
Sure we're still not in the Disney commercial?
They strike without warning.
Oh, no!
But now, it's your turn to get even.
Grab his arm!
Now, if you've been online for a while, you've probably seen a lot of memes where people mock how kind of twisted and deranged stretch dolls are.
Yeah, I actually had one as a kid. I had a Stretch Homer. Yeah, of all people, it's freaking Homer Simpson. Fatty Boomba. Yeah, I can say that because it's Homer. We're allowed to make fun of him, right? He's not even a real person, but, yeah, it was amusing for a bit. Until he popped, and there was, like, this weird gooey stuff inside of him. Hey, shut up, Toby. Mum will be home soon. Yeah, my dog's just whining in the hallway. I'm just trying to keep him separate from his sister's dogs. It's okay, Louie. You get to play with him tomorrow.
Well,
wow, that's a really good Donald voice, actually. Unfortunately, yeah. No matter how many times I read about how to do the Donald voice, I've watched tutorials online, and I kind of do it. I kind of do it, you weird dobber. Sorry, yeah, like I said, I've been writing a Scottish character into the comic strip that I've been working on, so the dialect has kind of rubbed off on me. But, where was I going? Oh yeah, that was a really good Donald voice. Yeah, but, no matter how many stuff I look up online, I just can't muster it, so I found a way to cheat at doing his voice. Basically, one time I was watching Saludos Amigos in slow motion, and for whatever reason, even though the way Clarence Nash did the voice was through that special air pocket trick, when it slowed down, it sounds like a relatively normal person. Well, okay, it sounds more like Elmer Fudd if he was voiced by Jim Varney. Oh, well, I'll be darker. Yeah, like that. But basically what I do is I try to imitate that voice. I basically try to do the placid of that voice, and when I spin it up on the computer... Yeah, and so I basically cheat at doing his voice, so... Problem is, I can't do it live. Ah, Philly. But yeah, that's okay. As long as there are other people who can do the voice better than me, that's what matters, right? Good on them. Kudos to you, Tony Anselmo, for learning the voice from the master himself. And I hope whoever becomes the next official voice of Donald will learn from the current master, because I think Anselmo's getting a bit old now. He was already a grown man in the 80s when he took on the role. So, moving on.
Make room, Clown Spider and Edward's circumcised hands. There's a new lineup for my nightmares tonight. But this is the one that...
Yeah, especially with Mickey getting dacked. Ugh. God, I'm having flashbacks to that Simpsons episode where Bart gets his bum zapped. It's like...
just embraced it. As far as I know, these are the only stretch dolls that actually scream in agony when you pull them. Oh my god!
Oh god, I'm getting flashbacks to Toy Story 3 and Finding Dory, when the things in each movie were supposed to identify where they're getting tortured by kids. Man, the folks at Pixar must really hate kids then. Yeah, to quote Daria, I didn't even like kids when I was a kid. It's weird, like Daria's a freaking female and I don't even have to use a falsetto voice to do her voice. But I do have to use falsetto with certain male characters. Surreal, I know. And of course... Oh, God. Actually, you know what? Don't use that trick for Donald's voice. It'll wear on your voice real fast.
Hey kids, did you think Sid was the hero in Toy Story? Well, with our little serial killer starter kit, you can be too.
To be fair though, the kids on South Park were also rough like that to toys, so I'm guessing this is normal for kids? I mean, I wasn't like that as a kid, but I was like the least normal kid on the planet when I was a kid. I freaking learned to read when I was like 2 years old, or maybe 3, but I was just a wee tacker. I was just a wee bairn! You duffer. Wait, did they say duffer in Scotland, or is that like an Aussie term? Whatever. And I actually enjoyed educational CD-ROM games, or nowadays kids would play those games on the iPad. But either way, kids whine about how it makes them think about, how it reminds them of school, doing boring ass schoolwork, when for me I was introduced to them before I even knew what school was, so I never made that connection to begin with. To me, I enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed the Tarzan game on CD-ROM, or Monsters Inc. Scare Island on CD-ROM, and PlayStation. I don't think I ever played any educational games on PlayStation, oddly enough. I think it was just the PC CD-ROM. Kids these days and their tablets. Maybe they should go outside for a change. Like, even I went outside as a kid, even though I was obsessed with the computer and the PlayStation and the Game Boy Color. I had no idea why it was called Game Boy Color as a kid. It just seemed a bit redundant. And I was even more confused why it was spelled wrong. Or at least I thought it was spelled wrong. That's just how they spell it in America, as I later found out.
Electronic stretch screamers. And when you squeeze their head.
Ugh, I swear, every year, as I get older, I feel like I'm turning more and more into Ebenezer Warnemont. Punky!
Why are they even attacking these things? All they did was cast a shadow. That's literally all they did.
Someday I'll do this to something fleshier.
Yeah, I'm surprised George Gaines never played Scrooge at any point, but yeah, let's be real. Michael Caine was the best Scrooge. No one will ever top him. Except maybe George C. Scott, but yeah, I prefer Michael Caine. I like Jim Carrey's portrayal. Anytime I read the book that all the adaptations were based on, I just picture Jim Carrey's Scrooge voice. Oh, they better do it and decrease the surplus population. Was that too Mr. Burns-esque? Yeah, he sounds like a male version of that annoying bitch from Daria. Hey, Stacy! Yeah, that's so bad, Stacy! Oh, God, it sounded like Jimmy from South Park just then. Oh, what a terrific audience! I should have become a voice actor. Okay. Let's buy it, okay? Yeah, don't be such an ass. Just got my Italian greyhounds here. Yeah, that's Splodge the Kangaroo, for those of you wondering. It's from an Australian show. Yeah, Blinky Bill.
They scream when you stretch them and come back for more.
They're so lifelike, this one prays. Hail Mary, full of grace! They even make conversation before you...
Yeah, let's hope Vice Rhino doesn't hear about this. He bloody hates anything to do with Christianity. Like, yeah, even growing up as an atheist, I believed in heaven. And I didn't even know what the word hell meant as a kid. I thought it was just a funny sounding word that you got in trouble for saying at school, just like crap.
Torture them.
Frank? Yeah? Last night I dreamed I died. That sounds wonderful.
Oh God, here we go!
Ah! Poor things. Like the word hell just did not sound like it referred to a place of eternal torture. It'd be like saying the word Gru refers to It'd be like saying the word shmoo refers to, like, to this man on the screen here. Oh, watch out for Judge Shmoo. Oh, and he's right up there with Mr. Knickerbocker. Mr. Yummy Puppy.
It's pretty sick and demented, but nope, that's all I got.
Electronic stretch screamers. You can battle them all.
Hey, you're wondering why these jokes are so dark? That's what we grew up with!
Ugh. And I grew up with the buzz on Maggie, and that's why I'm such a girly boy. Watching Punky Brewster, Daria, Ghost of Molly McGee. Then again, I also had two sisters, and they loved watching Disney princess movies and playing with Barbie dolls, so that probably played into it somewhat. And I had two female cousins looking out for me, and I was basically raised by women. Let's be real.
Why are women so happy about new...
Yeah, speaking of women, such a broad topic, pun intended.
Tickle antiperspirant?
Well, with a name like that, I can guess. These tickle deodorant ads are kinda like those ASMR videos that swear they're just about sensory relaxation, but no. You can't fully explain it, but no.
Is it because tickle is the first roll-on with a big, wide ball?
I find women touching a big wide ball and laughing is usually a demeaning combo. Everything about this sweater scene is even odder. Firstly, since everything is shot like a 70s porno, how can I not see what I'm seeing right now? Second, when her eye pops out, I swear it's something out of an A24 horror film. And finally, she's like, "Oh, you found me, and I was convincing her. These ads are so weird." Not that they—
Oh god. Yeah, let's hope we don't see any Rule 34 of Libby Stein-Torres anytime soon. Ah! Am I kidding? We probably will. Those bastards who draw that art are just sick. I don't get why they do it with child characters though. That is just wrong. Like...
They had much prompting for laughing already, but some of these are really out of nowhere.
Tickle comes in...
Hang on, I just gotta take this call again. It was just my sister calling about the food. She's gonna be home in about 10 minutes, and we've got about 10 minutes left of video left. To be fair, that's including the charity shout-out, which again, I'm glad he does. But yeah, at the rate I'm pausing it, there's no way I'm gonna be done with this tonight, but I'll try to get it done tomorrow if there's time. If I can get the bloody printer situation sorted. But let's move on.
4 fresh fragrances?
Jesus Christ! I thought we were past the Smilex commercials. Look at this woman. It looks like she's gonna catch a ball and then suddenly she bursts out laughing.
Make yourself...
Oh god. Yeah, she kind of looks like Michael Jackson if he got a sex change. You know, prior to him turning white. And yeah, those girls from the Mikado really weren't kidding when they said everything's a source of fun. Also, when was deodorant invented? Oh, that must be them now. 1880. Oh, so after the Mikado was a thing. I guess you could say it's hilarious and... Yeah, this shit is right on the screen here.